Hi, this is Steve Nicollerat with Coach Baseball Right. In this video, I want to talk a little bit about infield and what I try to look for when I'm looking at kids who want to play infield, especially at the youth level. I think it's really important that you have a kid that wants to catch a ground ball. You know, a boy that just that's what he has a passion for. I want to catch this ground ball. It doesn't make any difference if he's going to be great at doing it yet, but he just wants to do it. The desire to want to be out there and catch the ground ball. Up the middle at short or second, I look for kids that have a little bit quicker feet, okay, a little bit more mobility, okay, up the middle because they have to cover a little bit more ground. At third base, you can be the kind of a player that doesn't have to quite have that mobility up the middle. But the fact of the matter is the third baseman has to make one of the toughest plays in the infield, and that's the off-balance play. So I always think a shortstop and a second baseman are sort of interchangeable. They should be able to do both. But there are times when I have to take a middle infielder and I have to put him at third base. And I need sort of an athletic guy to play that position as well, because if you don't, the other team can bunch you to death. At first base, I like to have a guy that still has some athleticism because he has to be able to not only field balls, but he has to be able to handle balls that are thrown to him that aren't thrown very well sometimes. That means he has to come off the bag, he has to make a decision to come off or hold the bag, he has to be able to pick a ball in the dirt. So really you're looking at kids in all four spots that are somewhat athletic. I just don't think you can put a kid that is not athletic really out there and expect them to do a very good job. I mean, they can play, and if that's all you have, that's what you have to use. But I like to look for kids that are somewhat athletic. Again, the most athletic positions probably would be up the middle. I'm looking for kids that want to field the ball, and I need a kid on the shortstop third base side, a kid that can make the throw. And the second base side, a kid that maybe has a little bit quicker release if he doesn't have that great of an arm. The other thing I look for is kids that can actually think a play ahead. They know where they're going to go. You know, you've got a kid that knows the game, he knows where he wants to go, and that's pretty impressive. I'm going to tell you a little story. I remember my first, when my kids were playing, I was coaching a little 5-year-old T-ball, and I will never forget this. It was bases loaded, and the guy hit a line drive to my shortstop who caught the ball, and he tagged the runner, I believe, going from second to third, and then he went over, and the guy on first base was still running to second, and he went and tagged him. Now, here's a kid that's like 5 years old, and he was aware enough to do those things. So, you know, when you're looking for infielders, you know, that's the kind of stuff that you're looking for, that alertness, that awareness. That's really invaluable when it comes to playing baseball. Okay, I hope this helps, and please make sure you go to CoachBaseballRight.com and take a look at some of our other great products.